Good afternoon and welcome to a rather breezy but delightful day here at Latimer Park. The sun is out. It's a glorious afternoon. The pitch looks superb and we're waiting for this game against St Ives Town. And it's already got the flag bearers out there. We've had some mascots in the studio prior to the game. And just if you are listening, we mentioned it a bit earlier anyway, a bit later should I say, we are trying out a new system today with our new equipment. Please, if things aren't going right, can you make some comments in the comments part of the broadcast on the PC, on the computer there, so we can look at that throughout the game and see how we're doing with this new broadcasting kit. So hopefully things will get back as they were with this new equipment. But fans streaming in here to Latimer Park, it hopefully will be a stellar attendance. And just to bring you the team news, that Dan Yezef is in goal for the Poppies. Ben Hart, number 2. Aaron Powell, 3. 5, Connor Johnson. And captain 6 is Alex Gudger. 7, Wes York. 8, Andy Thanodge. 19, Kai Fifield. 14, Sam McClintock. 15, Kyle Storer. And 16, Isaiah Noel Williams, who's on fire at the moment, is Isaiah. 10 goals in all competitions, only equaling a Ranger, and only one behind Johnny Edwards, who's on the sub bench this afternoon against his former team, along with Lewis White, number 12, Terrell Pennant, 10, Niall Ranger, 9, and Johnny Edwards, number 18. There was a bit of a to-do yesterday with the thoughts that Luca Miller would be playing against us, but that has been dispelled, and he's not in the squad for either side. Luca will return to the Poppies after the Lowestoft game and be part of the squad going into the most vital part of the season. St Ives, the Ives are in goal is Dan Wilkes, 5, Jordan Williams, 2, Ben Mensah, 4, Junaid Mead, 15, ex-Poppy Edmund Hotter, 6, Alex Collard, 16, Peter Mabelola, 8 is William Glennon, 9, Amir Hadi, 10, Joshua Allen, and 70, leading goal scorer George Munday. Their subs are 3, Aaron Smith, 7 is Sid Pereira, 11, Johnson Gamphy, 12 is Ethan Creary, and 14, a name some of you might remember, is Habib Makanjola, who was in the Poppies' thoughts at the beginning of a season or so ago when Andy Leese was in charge. He played a couple of friendlies and appeared at Leamington, but never made it onto the bench or in the squad when Richard Lavery took over. Has scored for the Ives, and the Ives actually, they have drawn their last 5 games. 3 of those games have been against top 6 teams, which is at Leiston, Stamford, and last week against Telford, so there will be no pushovers. The Poppies have met them twice this season so far, both obviously away from home in the League and FA Cup. That glorious 3-0 win and a 2-1 win in a midweek game. Niall Ranger made his debut in that 2-1 win at Westwood Road. And I'm in word with Jim Freeman. They're looking forward to the challenge that Kettering present in front of them. Of course, and no pressure for anybody. If Kettering should win this afternoon, they will go top of the league by 1 point. We're still with the game in hand over Bedford, who are not playing this afternoon. So the carrot is there. They're on a reasonable form. The Poppies, 2 wins in the last 2 games. And could this be a third? It looks like that Kettering could be back. But you can take nothing for granted in this game. And we're not too far away from kickoff. Your match official this afternoon is Gareth Davis, not the Welsh Rugby Union ex, but we will see. We've got head of media with us. We've got Doug Brown with us. Afternoon, Doug, who's going to give you a few words on the dulcet tones.
Oh, good afternoon, Paul. Good afternoon, Poppies fans, wherever you are in the world following this exciting broadcast here. As Paul was saying, it's a beautiful, crisp spring day here at Latimer Park, and flags fluttering in a fairly breezy north to west sort of a wind that we've got up here. We're just checking. We've got some new software and new equipment which we're testing out, which I know Paul mentioned earlier, so I'm sure you're going to mention that in the comments. But I just wanted to check to make sure everything's all working. So enjoy the game. Back over to you, Paul.
Yeah, we've got St Ives, as I say, have drawn their last 5 games. They're 17th in the form table. They're on 40 points from 33 games and in 14th position in the league. Overall, away from home, they've drawn 3 and lost 2. 17th in the form table. And it is going to be interesting here as 2 ex-poppies are currently injured for St Ives, Kobe Chong and Michael Richards, who's been injured all season. At the same stage, number of games last season, the Poppies had 37 points compared to 60 this season. And in 2018-19, when we won the league, we had 76 points at this stage. Although we did win that league by 14 points from Kings Lynn. This is a lot tighter this season, as is obvious. And it's going to go down to the wire, I think. But if we can keep winning our games, then nothing obviously can stop Kettering from winning the league. But we've got to win those games. We've got that big one against AFC Telford United, who've just signed Alan Hadley, from Alvechurch, who we met in midweek. He signed for those. So they're going to be formidable when they come down. That should be a cracking game. Let's hope today, in front of a bumper crowd, will be a cracking game. Let's hope that we can get the valuable 3 points that we need. And it will all be smiles and graces here at Latimer Park. As I say, the mascots are out there waving their flags. And I can't see how many, if St Ives fans are here. Don't normally travel, but not too far away. Whenever we go to Westwood Road, we always take about 300 or 400. It's never reciprocal, of course. But at the moment, can't see too many, Doug.
No, can't see many too at all. They're all obviously shopping. In the good weather has kept them with their respective partners probably out trudging through a shopping centre at this stage.
Well, they have got one right next to their ground, haven't they? A shopping centre. Exactly. So they're probably all in there. Jim Freeman, ex-Kettering Town official, of course, assistant manager with St Ives, walking over there, as is Lewis White. Jim, of course, was involved along with Marcus Law many years ago. He has been at St Ives now with Ricky Mark Heinkel for quite a few years, but he's striding on there. We're getting ready for the teams to come out. And as I say, it's a lovely afternoon. Fans still streaming. Hopefully we'll get 4 figures, but we will see on that one. Fans Forum went well on Thursday night. If you attended that one, you will know. I'm sure there'll be a report out at some time in the future, but it was very good indeed. Very well attended by Poppies fans. A lot of positive news came from that. And we've got a bit of work to do should we get promoted to the Vanarama National, as certain things need to be done at the ground before we kick a ball next season. And then we have until March the 26th, I think it is, to improve the other facilities that need improving. But all that is to come. We've got to set our sights on 3 points today against St Ives. This will be no walkover. Johnny Edwards not fit enough to start the game against his former side. When we played them twice in the Cup and League, Edwards didn't really get a kick. We marshalled him really well. But William Glennon started off like a house on fire for the Ives. And George Mundy is their leading goal scorer on just 4 goals. But this is a different proposition. Manager Richard Lavery has come out to his usual spot before the game. He always stands in front of the dugout as the teams come out. He's there, and the strains of the hustle are in the background. And that says to me we're not far away from kickoff, and not too far away for the game to begin. I'm just going to unplug the other microphone. It's looped around a cable and making it very difficult for the co-commentator to balance. Ken Samuel just glancing up there. It looked like I was going to throw myself off the top. And there goes the hustle. And let's hope we can hustle our way to 3 points this afternoon. Rocky, or Champ the Lion, is out there in full regalia with his flag. And we're waiting for co-commentator Gary Foreman to join us as the teams come out. Getting a very good round of applause indeed from the fans that are here. And they're lining up in front of us. St Ives in all orange. Kettering obviously in their black and red stripes. And the only real change in the side really is, no, it's the same as it was on Tuesday, with Ranger and Edwards on the bench. So McClintock has come in for the injured Devon Kelly-Evans, who is going to be out for 5 to 6 weeks. Callum Powell, if you don't know, has got a hairline fracture. He's in a boot. So he'll be out for a while as well. And Tyree Wilson also picking up a knock in that game against Alfchurch. And he isn't in the squad either. So injuries taking their toll against the Poppies. So alongside me for a little while is Ed Palmer. Welcome, Ed.
Thank you, Cookie. A little bit stressful with this new software, but it seems to be going okay.
How's it going? I mean, we got some new kit, and you're looking after it at the moment.
Yeah, it seems to be all right.
It's the away ones where we seem to be struggling with at the moment.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
We did find out, just incidentally, we just want to remember, we did find out that one reason why we couldn't broadcast against the last two teams is that the dongle was actually broken.
Excellent.
And the chip inside it was broken, so we were flogging a dead horse, to say the least, which didn't help. But hopefully this will work out, Ed.
Yeah, hopefully. And the plan is that with this, it's the same software we use at home as we use away. So what you hear at home and what you hear and see at home games will be what you hear and see at away games as well. So that is the plan. And someone's dropped a laptop. Thankfully, it wasn't ours.
It's only bad he doesn't use that anyway, does he? So
yeah, so I will leave you, Cookie, and wait Gary Foreman's arrival. But yes, do let us know if things are not working as they should. Put it in the comments. I'm going to be monitoring them all game, and hopefully we'll get to a point where everything works perfectly, and we should have home and away coverage that is exactly the same and no discrepancies. But enjoy the game, have a good one, and come on, you Poppies.
Thanks for that, Ed. Joining us on the ground this afternoon is Kay from Tresham College. He's on camera too. Welcome back, Kay. And Doug is on the other camera at the moment. And we're getting ready here for kickoff. Captains in the middle. Kettering are in huddle. And it is Captain Alexander Collard and Connor Johnson. Flick the coin. It's going to be St Ives kicking towards the Prosaw end. And they are all lined up. Kettering still in that huddle. Next week we are at Lowestoft, another long journey. We only have 3 this season. If we should gain promotion next season, we'll have about 20 games that are equally 2 hours away. But we'll deal with that later, obviously. Let's get up there first. And the Kettering fans moving around to the Tin Hat. And we are getting ready for kickoff. And in fact, it is Kettering that are going to kick off. So they obviously won the toss. Noel Williams over the ball. 3 goals in the last 2 games. And referee signalling both goalkeepers who are ready, both officials. It's game time here. Listen to Poppies TV audio live from Latimer Park, bringing you this pitching game, and we are off. Ball is with Kyle Storer out there on the wing and cut out only towards Powell. Ranger Williams can't get there. Foul straight away, and another team that's playing with black numbers on the shirts. Had an almighty difficulty on Tuesday, green and black in the floodlights. This is orange and black, which should make it a little easier on the eyes. But it is a free kick. Dan Wilkes has come over to take this halfway in the Kettering half. We've got Lee Wright with us, who's dressed rather tropically this afternoon. He's in some sort of floral unit. He's in shorts. and looks like something from Miami Vice.
I think I'm declaring summer cooking.
Well, you're the one. As Noel Williams is trying to get through. He's being fouled here all the way by the number 6, Collard, who can't handle him. He's a play on. He's got the ball back again, comes in, and that's a corner for Kettering. And as we said on Tuesday, team struggling to contain Noel Williams. And he was being tugged and pulled back, but his strength and power got him down there. He gets a corner out of it. And it is a corner. So it's going to be Storer to take it while we wait for the appearance of Gary Storer, who's doing Gary Foreman, who's doing
currently struggling with the fold down table. We can see from here. It's quite entertaining, actually. It's
not difficult, is it?
It's like the one remaining Chuckle Brother. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's a corner. It's going to be Carl Storer to take it. Thought about a short one. It comes in near post. It goes by everybody here. There's a chance, a turn for Johnson. Cleared. There's a bit of a melee. There is Fifield. He gets it out wide to Wes York, who got that equalising goal on Tuesday. Wes York being faced by Haddy. He wins it, does Haddy. Away comes St Ives towards Monday, but well won by McClintock, who came over. And,
much better corner, wasn't it, from all the ones on Tuesday? Lav said in his interview that Storer was a set-piece specialist, and you could see that Poppy's missed him on Tuesday because the corners were horrendous.
They were. I mentioned they couldn't beat the first man. I mean, everybody could see that here, and it's only when we had a set-piece where Thanodge put in a fantastic free kick was for a goal, but let's hope that that continues as Kettering at the ball to Thanodge. He hooks it towards Noel Williams. That goes straight through, though, to Wilkes.
Yeah, nice goalkeeper kit, isn't it? The St Ives one,
sort of like a Plymouth kit.
Yeah, it's green, but with sort of flashes of white on it, and a very vibrant orange away strip. Not overly sure if you are unlucky enough to be colourblind, this would be particularly helpful. These strips aren't too far apart. It's probably the closest I've seen to a kit clash this season, but here comes St Ives coming forward now. Edge of the box, chance for a shot. The number 17 wraps his foot around it, but doesn't wrap it far enough, and it bobbles wide of the goal for a goal kick.
Yeah, it is an interesting killer kit, really. I mean, St Ives don't need to change that from their home kit, really, do they? White and black.
I guess there's too much black on it, the home kit, their home kit, because they are sort of stripes as well, aren't they?
They are, I suppose, yes, you're right.
Yeah, I think this is sort of an all orange with sort of only little flashes of black on the trim. So it's close enough. I mean, it'll do.
It's going to have to, isn't it?
Well, it's going to have to, yeah.
Yes, if then with the goal kick comes out wide towards Noel Williams, but Collard should win that. He does. Johnson wins it back. Down goes William Glennon, and he looks like he's got a head injury. He's down. He's being called on straight away as the sports therapist. Nothing sinister in it, just a collision, and will be a free kick. And welcome, Gary. Yeah, you're not here with your clock, are you? You know, I mean, fanning around down there, we all saw you struggling with a table. Most entertaining, as Ed said. Yes, we have got it on screen, so we can put that on our bloopers later. But Glennon looks like he's okay. And he's sitting in front of us. And referee has the ball. As I say, Gareth Davis is the referee. And it will be the referee dropping the ball in front of Thanodge. Discussion on where the ball's going to go. And Thanodge decides to get it back to Johnson. Johnson squares it to Gudger. He plays it out, plays it long for McClintock, but it doesn't reach McClintock. It goes over York, cleared or ricochet off Hotter and York, and that goes for an Ives throw-in on the far side. You're listening to Poppy's TV audio, sponsored by L Goods Brewery. Thank you to Marcus and the team for their continued support, and we're using some of that support this afternoon with some new broadcasting equipment. As Ed said and I said earlier, if there are any problems, please contact us on the screen and we'll see if we can sort it out for you, as Yezif plays it long, trying to find Noel Williams, but Hotter gets the ball away as a chance, but it comes through to Yezif. He thought about a quick one to Hart, changed his mind, holds the ball, He has it in a traditional all-blue kit. And it remains 0-0. We're going to have to resort to sundials and watches as our clock wasn't here. Hart wins that header, but it goes out for a throwing on the near side. And to say, Bedford don't play today. There are some good fixtures to look into. We'll try and bring you some of those scores later. Throw-in has been taken and goes over everybody except Johnson, won by Josh Allen, but robbed from him arrives at Powell. Powell then sort of screws one, and York tried to keep it in with a header, but it wasn't going to happen, and that goes for throwing. Gary.
Yeah, not much to talk about really in terms of chances or anything end to end at the moment. Poppy's settling into their usual 4-3-3 formation. As Noel Williams, the goal scorer of late, has got the number 9 shirt effectively for the Poppies. Now trying to look to build on this right-hand side, but that ball will skip off the fairly firm surface that Latimer Park is becoming. With a few dry wheat, that's all it takes. It becomes quite firm and bouncy, but throw into St Ives.
Throw in then to St Ives on this near side, trying to find Glennon. He gets the ball, cries of handball, but then is Storer gets the ball out wide to York. He's being challenged by Williams. It's with Thanodge. Thanodge overrun the ball and is robbed by Glennon. Glennon now coming forward. Might try a long ranger, wins with him, beats one, beats two, puts one in. And that is wide of the goal. Little bit of win in favour of St Ives in this first half. And Glennon there getting a shot off, but didn't trouble Dan Yezif, who just watched that one go sailing by. And it is 0-0 after 8. Ball through to Noel Williams. There is Storer. A flick on. That should be a Kettering throw if it goes out, which it does. Mensah couldn't keep that one in. So Hart's going to take this throw in. Takes it quickly to Storer. Back to Hart. Hart's got Fifield with him, but Hart goes on the outside, but Mensah does well. Gets the foot in. Robbed by McClintock to Thanodge. Cries of handball. Nothing given over the head there by Haddy. And there is Johnson. Johnson trying to find Noel Williams. There is Noel Williams. He's being held all the time. McClintock can't get a foot in. There's a bit of a scramble by Mensah to get the ball away. Goes out of play. A Kettering throw in. Looks like that St Ives have done their work on Noel Williams. They're grappling and holding him back all the time. Storer gets the ball to Thanodge. Thanodge to Fifield. Fifield, though, loses the ball. And away comes Mensah. Plays it out wide to Haddy, but the wind taking the ball out of play. And it will be a Kettering Town throw-in. Into the 11th minute here at Latimer Park. No scares for either side. 0-0. Just the usual game of chess at the beginning of this. Haddy over his head, only towards Hart. Haddy gets in there again. There is Mensah, does a bit of a juggling with it. Comes in off Hart. And that goes over, and that is a throw-in to St Ives. And Mead gets the ball back to Mensah. Haddy does well, fending it off. Fifield going down on the left-hand side here. Down by the byline, Hart, and he gets a corner out of it, does well, plays it on to Hart. The chance then for St Ives to put one into the penalty area and put Dan Yezif under pressure, 0-0.
Yeah, they've got a bit of height about them. 3 sort of centre halves going forward, I can see, for the opposition. Williams, number 5, Collard, number 6, and Glennon, number 8. All gone forward for this corner.
Quite a tall side are St Ives. Ball comes in high. There is a push on Goodger, but the ball goes out of play. Wind assisted, I think, there. It's very windy in this gantry. We've had to tie down our tent in here as it was all over the place when we came in.
Yep.
And you can see there it's going to have an effect on the game, holding as the ball comes over. Kettering will have that in the second half. Goal kick to Kettering. Yezif with this. Sends it towards Noel Williams. He's been fouled all the way there. Nothing given by the referee. Back with Mead. Robbed by Thanodge. Thanodge trying to set York away, but it won't arrive at him. It's back with Mead, who heads the ball on towards Haddy. And Kettering get the ball. Storer doing well, but a poor ball from him, and Mead will get the ball out wide to Haddy, who's had quite a bit of the ball so far in this half. It comes off Hart and he's given a free kick. It should be a throw in, but the referee has given a free kick. Very harsh on Hart, that. But considering the amount of attention that Noel Williams has been getting, manhandled, grappled, and the first on a St Ives player, referee decides it is a free kick. Mead takes this then. Left-footed, straight into the headed out by Thanodge. And Storer will do well to keep that in. He has done right on the byline, being challenged by Monday. But he's is with Thanodge. Out balance, a poor ball from him. And that goes out for a throwing on the opposite side. Wind again taking it away from a Kettering player. And it's going to be Mensah to take this throw in halfway in Kettering's half on this left-hand side. Mensah to Haddy. Haddy being challenged by Hart and Fifield, but he can't get by them. That goes out for a goal kick. We're going to have quite an effect thing, Gary, in this game.
Yeah, it is, and a few of the fans below us are sort of shouting when Andy Thanodge put that one out to keep it down. That's good advice. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but as soon as it gets up in the air, the wind is definitely having a big effect on the trajectory of the ball.
We're quite high as well in the gantry, and we're getting blown to smithereens, so it's very similar down there as Mead puts the ball along for George Mundo, then fouls Hart. Referee gives that one, and Kettering had a free kick halfway in their own half, nearest to our gantry. And Connor Johnson going to take this one. So Johnson addressing the ball, runs up to it, takes it towards York, but he won't win there, and it's cleared by Mead, only towards Storer. Back to the referee has given a head injury to Glennon when Kettering were in possession of the ball and looked like in a good possession. I don't know how much of that was play by St Ives. That I suppose you can't be too careful. He seems to be okay. No, is he coming on, the sports therapist? Yes, he's coming on. Waste some time. And looked like a promising move for the Poppies there as well, but that isn't going to happen.
Yeah, to be fair to Glenn, I think he got a bit of a knock. Clearly he has, because the referee spotted it might be a bit of blood or something and needs some attention. Trainer now on accordingly. We drop ball to the Poppies, but not quite sure how effective that will be. We will find out in due course. Only four subs on the bench today for the Poppies.
Yeah, 3 injuries to Kettering players, and Luca Miller not allowed to play for either side. So and that is Kettering's squad. So as Lav said, he had a squad of 18. He's down to 14, and he's really at the bare bones. Callum Pal hasn't played for a long time. Kelly Evans is going to be out also for a long time. Not sure to the extent of Wilson's injury. He has been having a problem for the last few games. McClintock said to me on Tuesday that he was having stomach problems. I told him to lay off the curries. But
I don't think Nile Ranger's obviously firing on those cylinders because he hasn't featured in the last couple of games.
I think tiredness was the one at
Yeah.
Leiston last week. Get some fresh legs on. He didn't appear on Tuesday with Edwards and Ranger, who's got 22 goals in all competitions between them. It does make you wonder where goals are coming from. We know that Noel Williams has got 10 in all comps, but after that, I think it's Firefield on 6. So both main strikers, Gary, off the park.
Yep. Any plus point, of course, is the return of Johnny Edwards, at least to the bench. So
yes, I bet he'll be championing to get
I think he
against his old team. It looks like there's a nose that
he's got a bit
Glenn's
of
got some bungs up his nose.
Bungs up his nose, yep. So it's going to be a drop ball for Kettering, about 10 yards outside the box.
Referee places the ball down in front of Story, telling him to get Haddy back 10 yards. The referee's just about to start his watch. And the ball is dropped. Handball, it comes off Haddy, who wasn't the required yardage. McClintock can't get the header through. It's cleared by St Ives rather scrappily towards Storer. There's Johnson, gets a head on. Noel Williams tries to find York. It doesn't arrive at York. Hotter clears it towards Johnson. Johnson out wide, cleared on the far side by Hotter. Hart is under pressure here from Monday, out wide. The wind assisting St Ives. There's no way he'd have got there any otherwise, but Haddy trying to get by Firefield and Storer. And Kettering win the ball. Push there on referee. That's a blatant push by Haddy Go. Another poor decision by the referee. That should have been a booking and wasn't. That's the number 16 there. Amman Bowler puts the ball out and slack referee in there, do you think?
Yeah, he said no, it wasn't a foul, but I had my eyes on the referee and he wasn't even looking at the incident. So I suppose on that basis he couldn't give anything because he didn't see anything. He wasn't looking where he should have been, but nothing came of it in the end. Ball hoofed out by St Ives, goal kick to the Poppies. Some of the Poppies players are having a word with the referee as most of the players retreat towards the centre circle.
St Ives back to 11 men as Glennon comes back on with his bung up his nose as the ball goes towards him. He wins that one, but only towards Johnson. Spirals back into Kettering's half with the wind towards York. He tried to send it long, but there is Monday, and it's headed out to Mead. He's over the halfway line. Plays it out wide to Haddy. Intercepted by Thanodge to McClintock. McClintock back to Thanodge. Switches it over to Powell. Powell over the halfway line. Sends it in towards Noel Williams, who's wrong-footed. Glennon gets the ball away, but intercepted by Firefield and Storer. Firefield running away with it. Plays it out wide. Good ball to York. York trying to get the ball in. He can. It doesn't arrive at a Kettering player, and it's cleared towards Haddy. You see more of the ball for St Ives than anybody else at the moment. It all seems to revolve round him. He sends it through to back to Haddy again to Mead. And there is Firefield, who robs the ball. He tries to find York. He does if he can keep it in. He can't hit with too much. Well, no, he can. But it's hit with too much pace. But York did well. Feeds the ball through. A poor ball from him. Cleared by Glennon. That goes right back to Yezif, who rolls the ball out to Gudger. Kettering start then to come forward. Sends it long, but Glennon should win this one. He does. There's McClintock. Plays it out wide. A good ball to Hart. Hart under pressure is then fouled by Haddy. He's given it the other way and takes it to another poor decision by the referee. Don't think the referee and I are going to get on well today, Gary.
No.
Another stupid decision by him.
So the number 2 has lost a shin pad, so we'll have to wait for that to be
His
retrieved.
name is Mensah, I suppose. His IQ dropped a couple of lead, didn't it?
Well, I was going to say his score has just diminished, shall we say? I think. But yeah, it looked like contact on Ben Hart. Ben Hart went to the ground and sort of collected the ball with his hands, and that was enough for the referee to blow at that point, but not in our favour.
2 occasions where Hart's been, sort of fouled, and it's gone the other way. But there we go. That's all gone now. Wilkes comes out of his goal mouth to take it in this green kit. Sends it out wide toward Haddy, but it only arrives at Hart, who's not given a foul this time. Noel Williams, 2 round him. He's being held all the time. Nothing given by the referee, though, again. Fans down here not happy with this referee. All over Noel Williams, they are. Just hope they can do that in the penalty area and the ref sees it. Might get something then. But
I have my doubts, Cookie.
Yeah, it is a throw-in. And Mensah is going to take this. Gets it out wide to George Monday on the byline. And another St Ives throw-in down there. Mensah again with the throw-in. He finds Amin Bowler, who does well, back to Mensah, and he tries to flick the ball. That goes out of play for a goal kick. Looking around, can't see any St Ives fans here. No surprise there, though.
Well,
really.
I was going to say there wasn't much evidence of them coming at the turnstile either. I have to say, but no,
Makes you laugh when you see social media. All these teams in our division, they're always gone about their great support, but never seem to bring any away from home.
No, there's maybe the odd exception to that rule, but St Ives, this is the closest game, obviously, so the less travelling they have to do all season. But I suppose their league position doesn't warrant a relegation battle to be concerned about, or a promotion battle either. So perhaps a bit of apathy with the fans, but not from the St Ives players, it has to be said. They're here, they're giving themselves a good account.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? They're
look pretty organised, and nothing to shout about really for the Poppies in terms of their play, and no chances yet.
difficult game. They've drawn the last 5 games, as I said, and 3 of those draws have been against top 6 teams. They're no mugs. And always had difficult games against St Ives. We either get thrashed or we thrash them, or they're very close. I think they beat us 6-0 and we beat them 7-0. But the ball comes over to Hart, puts the ball in near post there. It's headed out, a good header. And there was a half chance there for Kettering, but St Ives head. I think it was Ambola that got in there and headed the ball out, as it's going to fall to Noel Williams. It goes for a goal kick.
Yeah, good defending. That was a decent ball in from Ben Hart, and Storer was looking to get on the end of it, but well clear. Aaron Farrell couldn't control the ball then, and out for a goal kick.
Wilkes then with the kick gets it to York. He can only place it on the far side to Jordan Williams, but it's back with Thanodge. He gives the ball away again, though, Thanodge, to Haddy, and it luckily gets Allen. Out wide here to Monday. Monday just outside the penalty area. He comes inside, tries to get the ball over. It comes off Johnson for a goal kick. Good work from St Ives. Moved the ball around well. And resulting in a corner. I think it's going to really result in who can cope with the wind the best. Because it certainly is having an effect in this goal mouth. Any scores?
Yeah, just wait after the corner, I think.
So it is a corner on this left-hand side. Wolves the turnstiles, up go the arms, in it comes towards that back post. Out comes Johnson, it hits the post. Johnson missed it completely, a penalty. The referee's been waiting to give a penalty, and he gave one there. Yazif missed it completely. The ball hit the post. Not sure who gave the penalty away. It was a melee of players in that area. And
yeah,
Glennon going to step up to take a penalty.
To be fair, there was no real complaints from the Kettering players either. It was panic stations as soon as Joseph missed the ball, and golden opportunity for the visitors.
Yep, so Yazif, who saved one at Leiston last week, facing Glennon. Looking to see what on the highlights to see what happened there. Couldn't see it clearly from here. Glennon then takes a chance here comes up, sends it the wrong way, 1-0, and there are 7 St Ives fans down there clapping. So they take the lead, 1-0.
Yep. And as we found ourselves on Tuesday against Al Church, Puppies go 1-0 down in the first half. All we can hope for now is a repeat of what happened on Tuesday night with the fight back. But so far, once again, a bit like with Al Church, Puppies haven't really got going.
That's the 7th penalty that the Poppies have conceded this season. 6 of those have been scored, 1 has been saved. And that all really came from Ives, who mistimed his punch completely. Ball hit the post. Then there was a melee, and I can't see who did what, to be honest, to result in a foul. Referee did. And it is a 1-0 for a penalty to the Ives. Thanoj plays it out wide towards Fifield. But he loses the ball again, and Hadji gets the ball away, but it's intercepted by Hart and Thanos, trying to get the ball out to York. Intercepted. In comes Noel Williams to York, trying to get the ball through to Fifield. His turn and shot goes over the bar. First half chance the Poppies have had. I think it wasn't. It was actually McClintock, not Fifield.
It was McClintock, and the ball just bounced on the firm surface a little bit higher as he swiveled. And that's the reason why it went over the bar. Some of the scores that are relevant in around us is Stratford are losing. They're losing at home to Stourbridge 1-0, and Leiston are 1-0 down against Sudbury. Apart from that, it's the other teams up top drawing.
Goal kick then, and Gudger wins the header. And we can probably excuse Ives. That wind is very tricky indeed, swirling around there. And but nobody up here knows why the penalty was given. It'll be interesting to find out at half-time, if we can, why it was. But it was. And St Ives find themselves a goal up. Mensah gets the ball through to Mead in the Hart centre circle, plays it out wide. There is Powell, sends it out wide to York, trying to find Noel Williams, but the captain Glennon gets the ball back to the keeper. He should be okay. He's kicking with the wind, so there shouldn't be too much of a problem for him. Hopefully there will be in the second half. With the wind against him, as Hart sends it long towards Noel Williams, but out comes Wilkes, does well, and snatches it away from any chance of Noel Williams getting anything on it. 30 minutes gone here at Latimer Park. It's St Ives 1-0 up. If you've just joined us, Kettering only had one shot over the bar at the moment from McClintock. And the ball is with Hotter, gets it to Josh Allen. Good ball there, and away goes the 16 on the far side. Trying to get the ball over, and Burton Bobble got him, and he goes out for a goal kick. Tried to cross it, missed a swing, and it rolls out for new cameraman on our right-hand side, making his debut on the camera.
Yep.
Mr. Brown, Doug Brown there.
Familiar face.
Got a face for camera, yeah. So Ives with the goal kick. Just 15 minutes to go. This half going really quickly. Nothing much to shout about from the Poppies' persuasion. And of course, I don't need to add that should Kettering win this game, they go top. But so far, haven't produced anything that can justify that statement at the moment. As York is beaten to it by Glendon, but only arrives back at him. A foul this time on York by Glendon. Ironic cheers from the Poppies fans in the tin hat. I think they've been undone by this referee a few times. I have to agree with them. Storer then over the ball. Gets it out wide to Powell. Powell puts the ball in towards that back post. There's Gudger, goes over him, and it's going to go harmlessly out for a goal kick. Wasted opportunity, though, from the Poppies. And
Bit like Tuesday night, Paul. They're not attuned at the moment. They're struggling to get the right pass away, and fairly flat atmosphere, just as it was on Tuesday, with the fans therefore not engaged, and might take another half-time talk from Lavs to put another spark in them, but it shouldn't really need that. Shouldn't need to keep you relying on a half-time talk to step up a gear.
Yep, that is true. As Powell is on the far side, he can't beat the 16. Has to head the ball out for a throw-in on the far side. And this is a big game for the Poppies, really. They need to step up to the plate on this one, as teams that challenging Kettering and Bedford aren't playing. Poppies got himself back into contention, going through a very, very good run indeed. But plenty of time, though, and to rectify that, as the ball now is with Fifield, but his lack of control punishing him. He was away, but as I say, Fifield couldn't control the ball. Away comes Mensah on this right-hand side, gets it through to the number 10, comes in, weaves his way through. A chance here, near post, should it be 2-0, it isn't. It goes by everybody, it's still in play as Monday gets it at the opposite corner flag. St Ives causing all the problems at the moment. Finds Williams on the far side. It comes off McClintock for a throw-in on that far side. And nothing breaking for Kettering at the moment. Pity about Firefield's lack of control there, because he was through, wasn't he, if he'd got onto that ball?
Yeah, he was. And it just sort of summed up the first half, really. Just poor execution, either control or pass.
Throw-in been taken to Haddy, tries to get a shot in and arrives at the near post. And Yezif collects that one, bowls the ball out to Hart. He's got a bit of space now, faced by Haddy. To Storer, back to Hart. Hart was going to send it long, plays it back to Johnson. Johnson, the ball bobbles off his foot, but he retains it. Thought about giving it to Gudger, changes his mind. Puts the ball through to Storer, squares it to Gudger on the far side, going forward. Going to send Powell long, but it won't arrive at him. Allen does well, and Powell does well. He robs him, gets it to York. York turns. Very close on that byline, still with York. Has to play it back. It's a decent ball to Johnson. He has to play it anyway towards Fifield. A header, but no direction with it. And Mensah is fouled by Noel Williams, and that will be a free kick. And no doubt Noel Williams will go into the book with this referee. It seems very one-dimensional at the moment. It was a foul, no doubt about it. He hasn't gone into the book.
No, just a word.
Just a word, but into 35 minutes of this game. 1-0 to the visitors, scored by a penalty. No one knows what the penalty was given for. Even the analyst up here who's taking notes doesn't know either. Stanoj's clearance is intercepted. Gudger gets the ball away, but there's a chance here for the number 60 to fire a shot in. He's been pushed out wide on the edge of the Kettering area. Comes in, chance here, needs to be cleared. It is by Johnson. It hits the back of York, and Kettering can't get two passes strung together at the moment. Haddy is under pressure here, flicks the ball through. McClintock, who still has it, does exceptionally well, and goes out and gets a throw-in off Hart. He's a handful, this Haddy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's looked sort of the danger man for St Ives so far.
It's rather like that Spalding United number 9.
Yeah, he's seen a lot of the ball, that's for sure.
Every bounce, everything has gone his way as well at the moment. But he's certainly one to watch out for. It's going to be Mensah with the throw-in. Gets it through to Amimbola. Plays it out wide to Hotter. Hotter gets it back to Allen. He puts the ball in. It's a chase for the 16, and that goes straight through to Yezif, who comes out sharply to stop the move. And he rolls the ball out a few yards out of his penalty area, sends it long, but Hotter underneath it. There's a foul there, and referee gives nothing again. Another foul on Noel Williams. I don't like this referee. There's York on the far side, threads the ball through to Powell, but he can't control it, and that goes out for a throw-in. And Kettering still will find themselves a goal down. Other than the penalty, there's been really nothing to write home about. Certainly Kettering haven't troubled Wilkes at all. And if anything, St Ives have looked the better of the two teams. Throw-in been taken to Powell, to Noel Williams, who is trying to get by Glendon. He's doing well and overruns the ball, and it will be a goal kick. So again, nothing running for the Poppies. Very flat they are indeed. And it will be a Wilkes goal kick. It's an Ives bench. Will be very pleased. They've suffered 2 defeats against Kettering so far this season. They want to put one over them. Kick been taken. It's a long one with the wind, headed on by the number 10. Gudger is coming out towards Yezif, who catches it, gets it out to Powell. Powell threads it through to York. York trying to get the ball through. It can't, and it spirals in the air from Gudger. Arrives at who but Hadji, who seems to win everything, almost with a magnet on his foot at the moment. It's out wide to Mensah, back to Hadji. Threads it through to Aminbola, who then puts the ball out of play for the throw-in. 6 minutes to half time. Plus time added on, of course. Storer gets it to Hart. Hart threads it through to McClintock. McClintock, good ball to Thanodge. Now, Thanodge, can he do anything with this going forward? Thanodge having his shirt pulled, and that should be a booking, and is. And cynical foul there, pulling him back. Yeah. And the first booking.
Yeah, clear pullback from Joshua Allen on the edge of the box, stopping the forward progress of Thanodge. And opportunity now. Free kick, couple of yards outside the box.
I think he took one for the team there, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of those. It was a pretty obvious decision for the referee to make. It could be Thanodge on his right foot or Storer on his right foot. We'll have to wait and see. 3 men in the orange wall for the visitors. Wilkes lining up on his near post. Storer now makes his way to the box.
A yard further, that would have been a penalty for Kettering. As it is Thanodge who put that beautiful cross in on Tuesday, getting a chance to replicate this. Can he do that? Thanodge then puts the ball in. It goes straight through everybody into the goalkeeper's arms, and shot on target. I don't think you can really call it a shot on target, but
no,
it was.
It was poor effort.
Poor effort in the end. The referee
poor.
glancing at his watch. 5 minutes or so to go, though, plus a bit of time, as the long kick from the keeper with the wind arrives at Hadji on the far side, but it cannons off him, comes through to Hart. Hart has Fifield overlapping. Too late now as the ball threads through to Noel Williams. He can't control it. Mensah can, gets it back to Hart, back to Noel Williams. Noel Williams to Thanodge, to Noel Williams. He turns, gets it back to Thanodge. Tries to switch it, which he's done. He's got it back to Gudger, though. He's on the centre circle. Plays it out wide to Powell. Powell with a bit of space. Going to be cut down a little bit. Has to play it back, though, to Gudger. He then sends it long, and a woeful ball, really, to nobody. Although Allen has done well. And Kettering get the ball, and that will be a throw-in on the far side. No, he's given it the other way, the referee.
Yeah, I think it was, to be fair. Clintock, I think it was diving in, but throw-in in the far corner. Just a few minutes to go in this half. Can the Poppies create anything of note?
Well, they haven't so far, and they could do with something before half-time. Otherwise, lads are going to have to give one of those inspirational speeches that seem to be happening week in, week out these days. Kettering do concede the first goal very often.
Either inspirational or rollicking.
Well, yeah, I'll say inspirational. But St Ives get the ball to Haddy. Good ball through to Monday, threaded through and missed there by Hart. And Josh Allen gets it back to Mensah. To Haddy. Right footed, puts it in there. There's a chance here. It goes into the arms of Yezif as Peter Aminbola was threatening him. Rolls the ball a few yards in front of the penalty area. Takes it forward further. Sends it long towards Noel Williams and pushing the back on him, but the ball through and the referee, another appalling decision by him, has given a foul on Collard when Noel Williams has been flattened. Unbelievable.
No, never a foul for me. If anything, it was a foul the other way. But
there must be an assessor here watching this, because they're usually awful when an assessor's watching, aren't they? And this.
Noel Williams will have to be careful though, because he's already done him for a sort of a non-foul earlier on, and now we'll say that's 2. And if he does another one, he'll probably end up in the book. So,
as you said, they have been non-fouls, you know, and they say these things even themselves out, but I don't think they do. You know, it does. We will see as Wilkes takes the free kick, sends it long towards Johnson. The foul there this time on Storer. More ironic cheers, taken from the wrong place. Referee allows it to go as York is being fouled again. Now he needs to, and he kicks the ball away. And who was that one?
I think that's Williams.
So Williams goes into the book for the foul, and then I suppose it was for the dissent on kicking the ball away.
Yeah, number 5, Williams enters the book for kicking the ball away. So another chance for it's going to be Carl Storer this time. Free kick halfway in this Suntire's half towards the far touchline. Can he get a delivery in? Can a Kettering player get on the end of it?
Well, they got the wind to contend with at both ends, haven't they? Both offer different possibilities as Storer puts it in towards that back post. Gudger's there, it's headed out, and there's no Kettering player anywhere near it. And who's going to get the ball? It's Haddy. Yeah, who's been the player of the half, I would say, so far. Cleared easily by St Ives. Hart gets a touch and does well there. Hart going forward. Flicks the ball through to Fifield. He'll do well to keep that in. He has done. Fifield trying to get the ball over. He can't. He's got Hart with him. It comes off and gets a corner just before half-time. Can Kettering capitalise on this just before half-time? Will we beat the first man? It's Storer taking it.
They tend to be going to the back post at the moment, sort of the free kicks out. So we'll find out. Storer, though, he's usually good on his set pieces. Hope that's not a curse.
Commentator's curse there then, Gary. Storer then puts the ball in, goes over Fifield, goes over everybody. McClintock trying to win the ball through, cleared easily by St Ives. Arrives back at the keeper, who chests it down and puts it back in towards Noel Williams. Glennon's there, heads the ball on it. Found Williams quite well. He's been pressed out wide. He plays it on to York, but he wins the battle out the 2. Gets it back to Powell. Powell to Thanodge. Thanodge rolls the ball back to Storer. Storer pirouettes, turns, goes forward. Not a lot on for him. Plays it out wide to Powell. Powell inside to Thanodge. Thanodge on that left-hand side, trying to feed it through. Gets through to McClintock. McClintock to Noel Williams. There's 3 or 4 around him, though. He can't shoot. Ball comes out wide. It goes over everybody back to Hart on the right-hand side. To Storer to Fifield. He loses the ball once again. And it comes off Johnson. And that goes out of play as we are heading into 45 minutes. Not very inspiring if 3 minutes to go.
3 minutes, yep, extra.
3 minutes added time to go, should I say. Not very inspiring if you're a Kettering Town fan, to be fair. And it's Mensah, plays the ball off Fifield, flicks the ball through, does exceptionally well here. Mensah on this left-hand side, puts the ball over towards that back post. Hotter is there, puts one in, he hits one on the half volley, goes into the academy, and he grins at that one.
Yeah,
And,
wasn't a very hard effort, was it, from
no,
Potter?
Potter.
No. No.
Because he actually made his
Wasn't even tepid, actually, that effort.
Ooh, get him in now. He made his debut against Banbury for Kettering, and then made his Banbury debut for them against Kettering over the seasons.
That's what we call symmetry.
Yes, order, symmetry, balance. That's on by the Human League as well. 3 minutes then added time. Kettering finding themselves a goal down, and the ball goes out of play from Ieves's goal kick. And as I said earlier, not a very inspiring half for the Poppies fans. Wilkes not been troubled whatsoever. And Kettering Town throwing, coming off the rear end of Haddy. And Hart is going to pinch about 10 yards. Referee telling him to go back. He hasn't gone back to where it was, but he's taken it, McClintock, back to Hart. He sends it forward towards push on Noel Williams there. Blatant two-handed push by Collard. And he tries to get away from it, saying I didn't touch him.
No, he collared him.
Yeah, he did. Oh, you're getting well in today, aren't you? Really poor stuff from St Ives, really. They find themselves, though, a goal ahead. They won't care. As Johnson is going to take this kick, shaking his head at the referee because we think it was half an inch out from where it was. Johnson, everybody in that penalty area. Johnson then in their back post. Poor header out. It's back with him. Heads the ball in. It's headed out by Mead. And offside. So that should bring the end of this disappointing first half.
Yes, we've played this scene before, Cookie.
Yeah,
just on Tuesday night, and you hope for the same sort of outcome. But again, what's been happening on the pitch doesn't give you any confidence so far of a turnaround. But we'll obviously find out.
I suppose the only thing you can say is that you're going to have the wind in Kettering's favour,
yes,
which has made a lot of difficulties.
Yep.
The goal probably coming from that, the wind making Ives mistime his punch. The ball hit the post, and then there was a penalty. Don't know why.
Might cause a bit of chaos.
It has been causing chaos. And if Kettering could control their kicks, and Johnson gets the header in. Goes out of play for the throw-in. Taken there, and Haddy wins the ball, tries a snapshot, and it bounces awkwardly in front of Ives. Picks the ball up, deep into time added on, Kettering losing, and there goes the half-time whistle. And a poor first half for the Poppies. Can't really say much about the penalty. Don't know why it was given. We'll try and find out if anybody has any idea at half time.
No, all I say is that there was no real complaints with the Kettering players, so that usually indicates that somebody did something. But there we go. Lavs comes across in his shirt sleeves. It's a bit cool for that, but he's a hard man.
We might be a different temperature downstairs to here because we are elevated
well, that's
quite
true,
high, aren't
but,
it? It is pretty cool up here.
He is a hard man, and he'll have a hard conversation in the dressing room, no doubt, in a few minutes' time.
I think he needs to, otherwise the advantage that Kettering have had and have fought their way back into is going to come and kick them in the soft dangly parts, isn't it, if they don't do something. But 45 minutes to go. It is St Ives winning here 1-0 at the moment. Goal scored by penalty. Gary and I will have 40 minutes break, get warmed up, come back and see you in the second half. chipped away. Noel Williams wins the header. McClintock fouled straight away by Hotter. Because Hotter was sent off here once for Banbury against Kettering. Free kick taken quickly by Thanodge to Storer, out wide to Powell. Powell then loses the ball, but Thanodge regains it. Ball is put through, but it's too hard. That goes out of play for a goal kick. I say no changes from either side, and need to up the tempo considerably in the second half. Listening to Poppy's TV audio, sponsored by Old Goods Brewery with our new broadcasting equipment. Hopefully it's coming through loud and clear. If it isn't, please let us know. Throw into Kettering on this left-hand side. Already you can see the wind having an effect on the ball. Powell to Williams, but he's lost it. It's cleared by the number 16, but it goes right over the Lemon Tree Cafe. And will be a throw-in. New ball required. 2 balls are on the pitch. Multi-ball. Being taken quickly. Powell threads it through to Noel Williams. Noel Williams turns again, does well, but he won't beat the 16. It goes out for a throw-in. He beat 3 players. He's got a load of players around him all the time, 2 or 3 marking him. Thanodge with the ball. It gets it through to McClintock. A foul off the ball on Noel Williams. Referee gave nothing once again. Kettering Town throw-in. And Connor Johnson says to the referee, but again, he can't see Noel Williams. Powell handball. Referee's blatant handball. The referee's actually saying his stomach. Another poor decision by this official. Powell gets the ball from the throw-in back to Storer. Storer trying to get the ball in. It's a poor ball though. That runs out of play for a goal kick. Well, how about that, Gary? Blatant handball. You can see it quite plainly up here, and the referee pats his stomach.
Yes, another questionable decision this afternoon, but let's concentrate on the football and some of the questionable decisions the Poppies players have made in terms of execution, not been spot on. Of course, we've got the win with us, but we've seen a couple of balls skipping straight through for goal kicks, so they've not need to make that adjustment pretty quick as well as the ball goes forward. Noel Williams now goes to the edge of the penalty area, gets a cross in, and it's a good flick, and it's a goal! It's a goal from Kai Fifield! And something out of nothing for the Poppies. 1-1.
What an absolute beauty made by that man, Noel Williams. He hooked the ball over on the byline. There was Fifield following it to send the goalkeeper in apoplexy there as he puts it in the top right-hand corner with the wind. 1-1, game on. So Fifield, they're having a discussion up here. Yeah, about who scored. It was. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a second half. That's got the fans singing. There's no Williams just trying to break through again. On the far side now with Hart putting it through to Fifield. A foul there on Noel Williams. Barge off. Referee has given it. And they can't handle him. They can only foul him. And that's been the way of most teams recently, Gary. They can't handle Noel Williams, so all they do is foul him. And the moment they don't foul him, he puts a cross in. And Fifield buried it for a stunning equaliser for the team. And they want the number 9, Haddy, to get 10 yards, and he's not. Punish them. All he can say is punish them. The ball comes in. Johnson fixed the ball on. It goes through to the keeper. And it is a 1-1 here at Latimer Park.
Yeah, let's put the voice back into the crowd. Away to our left-hand side in the Pro Tour stand. A lot of people standing, people at the front row sort of sitting. So it's a good combination, I suppose. And now got their singing voices back, throwing on the near side. Powell finds McClintock, passes it forward. Williams is in the way, but York does well to wrestle it back, finds Thanodge. Thanodge forward to Noel Williams. Noel Williams under pressure, comes back to York. York being shepherded away, but does well. Finds Store in the midfield. Good clip forward to Kai Fifield. He nearly got on it, and if he had got on it, he was through with just the goalkeeper to beat.
Yeah, he was very unlucky there. That's Fifield. Second goal at home, his fourth league goal and sixth goal in all competitions, and it couldn't have come at a more vital time as Gudger gets his head to the ball from the goal kick, trying to find York. York puts the ball on it. Luckily gets onto Glendon. Goalkeeper has to come out. Different kettle of fish with the wind against you. St Ives are finding. Hadji goes down, and Hart weaving his way through. Tries to get the ball over to York, but St Ives can't get the ball out their own half. Storer flicks the ball on towards Noel Williams, but there is Collard. He can't control it. McClintock plays it out wide to York. York to Thanodge. Thanodge to Storer. Storer plays it out wide to Powell. Can he get the ball over? Ball comes in, it hangs. There is York. It goes over Fifield. Might try over his head. He can't. He's in the penalty area. Loses the ball though. And Haddy on the far side gets the ball away for the Ives. It looks like a foul there on Fifield by Haddy, and about time. Haddy's been fouling consistently and getting away with it. Ball is with Noel Williams. It comes in. It's pummeled away there. Chance here for Story. Can't get anything on it. Thanodge and Powell to it. Over to Storer. Back to Thanodge. Out wide. A foul on Thanodge by Hotter. Nothing given by the referee. And St Ives lose the ball to Fifield on the far side. It's flicked on, but goes out of play. That will be a throw-in. They're finding it harder now with the wind, aren't they, St Ives?
Yeah, they are. And Poppy's tails are up. And all of a sudden, the action's been all transferred to our left-hand side in the St Ives half, which is great to see. And just need to keep it going. Don't let your foot off the accelerator, boys.
Does make you wonder, though, how many fouls St Ives are going to give away, and if they can keep actually 11 on the pitch as McClintock comes away with it, squares it to Storer. He then loses the ball, handball, and this time the referee's seeing it this half as Storer goes down. He was hit in the leg, goes down, but it will be a free kick.
Yeah, he got a kick in the foot, I think, and that could be quite painful. Just down on his haunches at the moment.
Official attendance has just come in, 1,169. We'll say 9 fans for St Ives have made that one up. Ball on the far side to Hart, sends it out wide to Powell. Do well to keep this in with this wind. He has done, but he gets to York. He did do well, didn't he? York pummels it back to Storer. Storer back to Powell. Tries to get the ball over. He can there. There's a chance here. It's hit there and goes over everybody. That was Connor. That was Hart. He angled round. It bounced on the hard pitch, which is not something you can't normally say about Latimer Park. But
no, just sat up and it was on his weak foot. Ben Hart on his left foot. Unfortunately, couldn't guide it in. But again, another example of the Poppies splitting the play much better, finding the men much better.
Just incidentally, looking over there, we've had Ranger and Lewis White warming up. And it is as you were, though, at the moment. Wilkes with the kick. Won by Haddy. Clear. There's a chance here for an eye breaking away. It's a chase. Chance here for the 16. Puts it into poor ball from him, though, and Gudger will shepherd that one out for a goal kick, which he does with aplomb. And it will give a chance for Yezif to launch this into the St Ives half.
Well, there's nobody in the top 6 that's actually winning at the moment. So I suppose that's good news in some respects.
Goal kick been taken. It goes over York. It arrives at Storer. Noel Williams is on his derriere, but nothing untoward that season. Fifield can't win the ball. Hotter can. A foul this time by Storer on Hotter in the centre circle in the St Ives half.
Stratford are losing and everybody else is drawing at the moment.
Strange, isn't it, when our results look like that? And as it stands, the Poppies will be a point behind, I think. A point behind Bedford with a game in hand. Long way to go, though. We're into the 12th minute of this second half. It's a free kick. Glennon taking it for the Ives. Out towards Haddy. He spreads it out wide to Mensah. Mensah puts the ball in, cleared by Storer. Only Noel Williams, who's pushed in the back again. Nothing given by the referee. Ball back with Yezif. He launches that one out wide towards Fifield, and Mensah goes over Mensah. And Mensah did well, actually, as a foul on Fifield. He gets up, though. He's okay. And Allen can't win that one. Thanodge sends it long, but miscues it. And that goes over the Kettering dugout for a throw-in. 1-1 if you just joined us here at Latimer Park. Kettering going down early doors to a penalty in the first half. A grappling that we were told in the penalty area. It was a mad scramble. And Glennon sent the keeper the wrong way. And then just after half-time, lovely work from Noel Williams on the byline. Gets the ball over. There is Fifield running in to plant the ball by Wilkes to level things up. Catch him with the throw in on the far side. Goes over Mensah and cleared by Glennon. Back to McClintock. He turns. It's kept in play, but it's given away in doing so. Powell, little stub pass to Storer, rather luckily actually, but Storer does get the ball. Plays it out wide towards Fifield. It goes over Mensah. Fifield and Mensah with each other. Mensah clears it. Going towards Ambola. There's a chance here for the breakaway. It's George Monday eating his way through. He's got one in the middle. That goes over. And there is Yezif. As the lumbering number 10, Josh Allen, falls over in the process. Ball on the far side with Hart. Sends it long for York. York will do well. And he's given the ghost up. Wind has taken that away for a throw-in down by the corner flag on the left-hand side. And there's Niall Ranger over there. Sits down in the dugout. Been warming up. Throw-in hasn't yet been taken. Referee tend to get on with it. It is with Storer. He finds McClintock to York. York, nobody with him at the moment. Tries to get by the number 5. He does. Comes inside and it's a corner. Good work again from York. Took 2 bites of the cherry from the St Ives defenders to stop him. And that gives Storer to put the keeper under pressure. And hopefully with the wind, it'll cause as much chaos as it did to Dan Yezif in that first half. Storer then. Hasn't been taken yet. Referee looking at the melee in the 6-yard box. In it comes here. Goalkeeper goes over. He punches the ball out. A good punch. And he's given a foul. Absolutely ridiculous from the referee.
Well, somebody was standing half a yard close to him, and that's enough as far as the referee's concerned. With the protected species that goalkeepers are.
I think it was known as the Peter Shilton exclusion zone, wasn't it?
Yeah,
back in the 80s, I think it was. Whenever he got near a ball or a ball got near him, it was a free kick.
Yeah,
and there's a perfect example there of
unless Maradona's jumping with his arm in the air, of course.
Well, of course, that one. Right, and he's going in the book for time wasting. That's Wilkes goes in. That's the third St Ives player to go in the book. You never know, he might do it again.
Somehow, I don't think he will. I think he'll learn his lesson. But please do, Mr. Wilkes. back underway. And Powell plays it forward, looking for Noel Williams. And Glennon forcing a header. Has to put it wide of the post, but that's going to be a corner for the Poppies.
Well, again, it's the wind assisted, isn't it? I mean, we said in the first
it's made a difference, all right, Paul.
Kettering were struggling with the wind, and the goal the penalty that led to their goal certainly had an effect. And so far, St Ives a different kettle of fish now with the wind against them. A lot of movement in there. Referee going to keep her eyes on this. He's having to go over the 6-yard box as Allen and Glendon causing problems in there. And Noel Williams having his 10 penneth as well. 3 bookings so far for the visitors. Gudger in there. Storer with the corner, puts it in near post. It goes in and hits the bar, but again, he's given a foul on the keeper. He's spending more time on the floor than he is on it. Stood up. But, of course, he's not going to go and collect the ball, so Noel Williams does.
Right, let's see how long he takes on this goal kick, shall we?
Yes, that's it takes a long time. But time wasting has become part of the game, and St Ives using every trick in the book, I suppose, to do that. Wilkes has taken it. Poor one from him. It arrives at York. York puts the ball forward. It's probably hit. Glennon's got to deal with this as Noel Edmund Williams is fouled. And that must be a penalty. And is. Noel Williams is fouled by Glennon. We said that would happen. They can't contain him. They can only foul. And the St Ives going over to have a word with the referee. And this inconsistent ref has actually got consistent. Another chant of off to Glennon. So,
do you know what, Cookie? I'm very surprised he's given that. And not that it wasn't a foul, there was definite contact there.
He's going away from the ball, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, yes, but also he's given nothing against. He's given nothing at all for all the grappling that's been going on with Noel Williams all game. He's given nothing, and yet when it's in the penalty box, there was a little bit of contact, and he's given the penalty. And Glennon is still arguing his case, but the referee's not going to change his mind, and Noel Williams has got the chance.
He has. And if I was the referee, I would actually book Glennon and get him off, because he's doing the dark arts really well here, and this is disgraceful from St Ives, and the fans behind the goal there giving their worth. He's laying in front of the ball, denying Kettering from taking it, and I'm afraid St Ives showing what they're really like. And I feel sorry for people like Jim Freeman, who I've known for a long time, but this is poor stuff from the club.
Yeah, that's bad. And it's bad refereeing, because he was walking around in the penalty box arguing his case, and then he goes down just in front of the penalty spot, and the referee, instead of reaching for his card, has called on the trainer. So it's poor refereeing again.
Well, I'd send Glennon off, to be honest. I think he's a disgrace. And he's laying down there, and the number 9 Haddy trying to rile the Kettering fans by waving his arms in front of them. Sorry state, really. And he's still down. Get the ambulance on or something, because need to cart him off. And Glennon needs to go into the book. Has he been booked? No. But all this, of course, Noel Williams is nowhere near it, trying to diffuse what's going on. Storer has the ball in his arm, and Glennon pretending to be hurt, going off with the sports. So he's been told to get off the pitch at the nearest point. He was going to take the long route off to waste time and make it even worse. Well, I've seen some things in football, Gary, but this is something I've not seen before, and the way the official has dealt with it is pretty poor. As you say, debatable penalty, but a penalty, and then to let that happen, and it gives Noel Williams the chance after all this to get back to the proper game of football. And of course, you know what's going to happen, don't you? But Noel Williams then. Yes! Stick that up the Ives. He plants it by Dan Wilkes, takes the lead, becomes the leading goal scorer in all competitions, equal with Edwards. And that's just what St Ives deserve. A lovely taken penalty. And let's see how much they time waste now.
Yeah, well done, Isaiah Noel Williams, keeping your head, keeping your composure there with all the dark arts from Glennon, Glennon has just made a miraculous recovery and he's trotting back onto the football pitch.
I've just been told that while he was down, they were trying to scuff the penalty spot as well.
Yep. It was Storer that was stopping them doing that as well.
Yep. So 2-1 to the Poppers. They've turned it round, and there's some ill feeling now between the two teams as the ball is sent forward towards Haddy, but Gudger will take that out of the way. And into the 22nd minute, 2-1 to the Poppers, Gary.
Yep, different game now. It's a bit like Alvechurch on a Tuesday night. We've turned it around, but there's still a job to do. And as you say, there's a bit of spice in the game now, it has to be said. Into the 22nd minute of the second half. Poppers need to keep their composure, but they need to keep pressing. It's not a game, one of these games where you think 2-1, let's just sit back and soak up pressure. We need to go on, I think, and get that third goal, put some distance between us.
Well, the sooner we can get Luca Miller back from St Ives, the better, because we don't want any of these antics coming from him. But it's towards Noel Williams again. McGlennon, who nickname must be Lazarus, I think. Ball is pumped forward. Johnson hooks the ball into oblivion. New ball required, and we get back to the game of football rather than play acting and dark arts.
Yeah, what I say, the referee needs to be wise to stuff like that, and he wasn't. He allowed Glennon to walk around in the penalty box, arguing his case before dropping down like a dead duck just in front of the penalty spot. And it was up to the referee to say, no, I'm not having that. I'm going to book you for that.
Well, Kettering need to keep their composure, and as Hotter fouls again, and that will be a Kettering free kick on the far side into the 23rd minute. Kettering need to keep their composure, concentrate, and hopefully score another one. Big cheers in the gantry as the penalty went in. The old gantry might have taken off, but this one's anchored down quite well. It's Noel Williams' fourth goal in 3 games. Towards York, it comes off Glendon. He finds the number 16. Powell gets the ball to Storer, back to Powell, trying to find York. York turns, nothing on the far side for him, has to play the ball back to Thanodge. Thanodge to Storer. Storer switches it this time to Fifield, who got the equaliser. Fifield wins the header. It's going to come through here to Noel Williams. Noel Williams pushes Glennon this time, and it goes into the arms of the keeper. But yes, things have spiced up a bit, hasn't it? It's makes up for the sort of, I suppose, apathetic first half, really.
And more good news, Paul. Telford are losing.
Oh, dear.
1-0. How was they going to go 1-0 up?
Good, just missed that one. There's a chance, but there is Hart doing exceptionally well. Gets the ball away. That could have been a moment.
Yeah, great covering that was from Ben Hart.
Throw into St Ives as Jordan Williams goes down to take it. Comes in, cleared by Gudger. Cannons off St Ives play. It comes in here, back post, and luckily Hart is alert to hook the ball away. And it goes right into the St Ives half for a throw-in. Been taken quickly. Hart wins that one. It goes out again to Hotter. Glennon gets a few boos from the crowd. Finds the number 16 a flick on there. St Ives now playing football, which is what they're here to do rather than all the other rigmarole. As Kettering clear the ball eventually. Johnson has to boot the ball out of play, though. In fact, it was Storer, not Johnson. Throw in on this right-hand side. And it is Jordan Williams, one of the trio of bookings, who's going to take this. He has done. Goes over everybody. Goodger gets a head to it. It's not a good head, though. And Kettering desperately get the ball away. Only Noel Williams up front. It bounces off him. But Hotter and Noel Williams to Glennon. It spirals away in the wind. Johnson gets the ball. It almost, I thought at one point, was going to come in here. Ed Palmer's back with us. I thought the ball was going to come in for Ed. He's yet to get a ball in the gantry. I think that's what you call it, a ball in the gantry. And Yezif is down. Happens quite often that Yezif goes down during a game, and of course, on comes Michael Hunter, and the news is that our number 2 goalkeeper signed for Matlock in midweek, Jason Alexander. So there's nobody really except Johnson who can go in goal.
I believe it's a dual registration.
Well, he's duelled with Sphinx and Coventry Sphinx and Bedworth as well. He's played for them this season. But the owner in front of us down here, he's signaling he wants to go in goal. But, so he's down. So exciting stuff here at the moment. Kettering coming back from 2-1 down, and not good viewing in the 28th minute here. Going to be plenty of time added on in this half. And Dan Yezif is down.
Yeah, he's having his right leg stretched out at the moment. It is a concern, as you say.
And it looks like the Ives are making some substitutions. Off goes the number 16.
Back on his feet. Kettering keeper. It's good to see. And yeah, 15 and 16 are making their way over to the touchline. It's Peter Abimbola and Edmund Hotter, who are leaving the pitch.
Yeah, Hotter's not done a great deal, really. Can't see who's coming on, no board up for the visitors, which I thought was a requirement, but obviously isn't. But,
no, it's not Abimbola gone off. Joshua Allen has gone off. Hotter is coming back on, actually. Is it Hotter? Difficult to see at the moment. No, Abimbola is back on. Hotter has gone off, along with Allen. And we'll try and tell you who's come on in as soon as we get the right numbers sorted out for you. It's number 7 who's on. I can see that.
Sid Piera.
Sydney Da Fonseca Diaz Nunez.
Piera. So Sid Piera, we're going to call him.
Sid Piera.
We'll never get all that out in time, the time that anything happened. Haddy with the ball, though, trying to get the ball over. Free kick to Kettering, and the ball is Haddy trying to say that Kettering kicked the ball away. That's rather desperate stuff from them to say that, though, as the ball was being cleared.
And Johnson Gayamfi is number 11, is the other one up.
So Gayamfi on. Looks like Johnny Edwards is going to come on to face his former side.
Yep.
And it's going to be Andy Thanodge who's going to make way.
8. Yep.
First game for Edwards in quite a while. And that hip injury. Be nice for him to score against his former club. He did score for St Ives against Kettering in that 6-0 win they had. He would join an elite band of players scoring for both teams.
In fact, there's going to be it's not going to be Andy Thanodge. It's going to be McClintock. Sam McClintock is coming off number 14. Number 18 on, Johnny Edwards. Good round of applause for the Poppies faithful for McClintock as he leaves the pitch on this near side. So Noel Williams will drop back into the number 10 position. Johnny Edwards, no surprise where he's going.
So that gives Kettering a different dynamic now, and St Ives will know all about Edwards. And I'm sure there were no love lost during the game. They were having a chat prior to the game, his old teammates. It's won by Mead. It arrives at Piera on the far side. Bit of trickery there as he gets the ball back to Mead, back to Piera. Feeds it through to Haddy. Good work there through to Mensah on that far side. Still Mensah, but won by Hart. Hart fouled by Piera. Didn't even play the ball, just ran straight into Hart. It'll be a foul. 15 minutes plus time added on to go. He didn't get the attendance. It's 1,169.
Looks like St Ives are going to be making their third sub pretty shortly as well. See the board coming out, player stripped off. Not just yet, though.
No, they've got Aaron Smith, Ethan Creary, and Habib Makanjola to come on, who had that brief spell with Kettering. Never made an appearance in a first-class match. As Yezif is up, seems to be okay. Sends it long towards York. It doesn't arrive at him. It arrives at Gamphy. Over the head by Gudger. And there's a player down. Haddy is down, should I say. On comes a lot of stops in this game in this second half.
It's going to be a big number of extra
time. At least 8 minutes, I would think, of time added on the way it's going. Haddy was a real handful in that first half. Hasn't been so effective in the second half. And
you can say that about St Ives as a whole, to be honest. But
I think that's all to do, as we said. I know we keep mentioning. I think that's all to do with the wind. To be fair.
Yeah.
Kettering struggled with the wind against them, and St Ives definitely have, and resorted to chopping, fouling, and all sorts to stop Kettering. They can't handle Noel Williams. Not many teams can at the moment. Doesn't look good for Haddy, to be honest. He's down there.
No, it's going to be Ethan Creary who's coming on.
They're making the substitution. There is a board. Are they making this?
No, it isn't. It's Aaron Smith who's coming on, and Mensah who's leaving.
They're being told hold fire at the moment because the number 6 has got his hand up, saying that depending on what's happening to Haddy, if he's going to come off instead. But the number 2 is definitely going off, which is Mensah. They're both waiting over there to see what happens here, if he can continue. Excuse me. But Mensah goes off, and they have made the change. So Aaron Smith, you say it was? Or Creary, who was it?
Number 3. Aaron Smith, number 3. Got two Aarons, number 3s on the pitch.
Well, he's still down, and the St Ives players going over to the bench. And this is taking some time to sort out. Quite a turnaround here. Kettering getting a delightful equalising goal. And then a penalty that took an exorbitant amount of time to take, as Glendon seemed to lay in front of the penalty spot to receive treatment. And did all they could to try and put off Noel Williams from taking it. He did the sensible thing, walked away from everything, and then he went back to the spot when it was going to be taken and put in an inch-perfect penalty. Keeper went the right way. Good effort from Wilkes. But Kettering ahead 2-1. As I say, there'll be a lot of time added on here, I would think, in this game. There's been a lot of stoppages. Mainly to St Ives players, to be honest, isn't it? I think Glendon received a lot of treatment. So did Haddy, who's walking off. I think he'll come back on again.
Much as a test of the Poppies' concentration.
Well, I think Haddy might be coming off. There's another tracksuit coming off. So, yeah, Haddy is going off.
So it's going to be Makanjola or Ethan Creary.
I think it's Creary from looking at Makanjola. Habib, I don't think he'll be entering play. It is Creary coming on.
Number 12, Ethan Creary. So that's your lot, really, I think, from St Ives. One change for the Poppies. Just waiting for Creary still to come on, and he is
Apparently,
finally
this number
now on.
3, Aaron Smith, I think it is, has got an enormous throw, and the way that the St Ives players are lining up, it probably rivals Exodus Gohagan. Those of you that remember his launches, but he's against the wind, so it might make a little bit of difference. But it is a long throw, and it comes in. It's a decent one, and it is a good throw. Good, you have to get ahead to it, and that could be a weapon for St Ives. The player down, but in comes Guyan, puts the ball in. Glendon got an equaliser near post, and all that time acting and playing, and the 7 St Ives fans that may go running towards Glendon. It's 2-2 here, and Kettering not looking at what's going on.
Well, what did I just say? It's so much of the test of the Poppies' concentration, and unfortunately they weren't sufficiently concentrated in defending that. The initial set piece was dealt with, but it came back into the box. And to rub salt into the wounds, it's Lazarus who got his head onto it. And
funny how he recovered to do that, isn't it?
equalisers.
It shouldn't be on the pitch, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion, which means absolutely nothing. But unmarked, rather similar to the goal on Monday that Alf Church scored. So Kettering now with it to do again. Powell sends it long towards Edwards, gets a flick on, nobody else there. Out comes Wilkes. As I say, St Ives have drawn the last 5 games, so 3 of those games were against the top 6 clubs. So not unusual for them to do that, as the ball is with Storer. He turns, gets it back to Gudger. He plays it to Yes, if he doesn't look 100%, to be honest. Not moving around that well. And that would be a Kettering Town throw-in on this right-hand side. Kettering could still bring on Ranger, but he doesn't look like he's going to make any movement. Abid Makinjol over there doing a bit of warming up over the head, and there's Connor Johnson, needs to win this header. He has, but it only goes towards Allen, and well won by Johnson. Sends it long towards Edwards. Edwards gets the ball back to York. York sends it towards Noel Williams. He won't get there. Edwards can. Edwards going forward. Nobody helping him though. He's been pushed down, and then he runs the ball out of play. And into the 38th minute. And St Ives trying to wind down the clock. Bill hasn't been taken yet. Guyanfi with it. Sends it long. Gudger gets ahead to it. There is Storer battling with the number 16. Does well towards Monday. Out towards Piera. He loses the ball to Hart. He loses the ball, though, to the 16, then fouls, and will go in the book, Will Hart. And the first booking for the Poppies, deservedly so. And play will be brought back.
Yes, that's a no-brainer for the referee. But yes, these log stoppages have certainly not helped the Poppies.
Well, that last one didn't at all, did it? And,
no, but you know that's part of the game. It was a genuine injury for Haddy. He wasn't playing, unlike Glennon was.
And the sucker punch there came in as York tries to get the ball out towards Noel Williams. He does. He's back with St Ives, who found an extra gear now since that equaliser. It's lofted high. Out comes Yezif. He's fouled, and gives it. And two St Ives players barging into Yezif. The referee gave the free kick. Richard Lavery pounding around over the other side there. So Yezif sends it long towards Edwards. It goes over Glendon this time. Goes over York. There is Noel Williams, but cleared by St Ives. Smashes into the bar that's down here. There's a ball down the corner, but they can't see it. So Aaron Powell will take this throw in. Takes it through to Noel Williams. He's trying to turn, but he's being held back by Gamfi. Still Noel Williams with it. He's got 3 around him, and it goes out of play. Kettering throw in. Aaron Powell with the throw in. Hasn't been taken yet to York. York gets it to Powell. He has to stretch for that. Gets through though, puts the ball through. It's going to go out of play. Throw into Kettering again. Back to Storer. He squares it to Thanodge. Thanodge into Noel Williams. Noel Williams does a lovely turn. Another turn, a pirouette. And he's let that go out for the corner. Kettering fans in that Pro Saw end. Excited, to say the least.
Yep, trying to spur on their team, get the atmosphere going again. Got a bit flat just before the goal, and equaliser's not helped. But chance here, Storer, right-footed.
Corner comes in, the chance there from Edwards, knocked in there, and it hits, who's
Johnson.
that? Johnson, right at the back post, hits him on the thigh and goes out, and I thought that was going in.
Yep, just wasn't expecting it. He got a flicked header, and Kettering are going to make a substitution. Pennant is coming on for Fifield. Telford have equalised at Bromsgrove, so it's looking at a good set of results really so far for Bedford.
Yeah, Bedford the ones that will gain the advantage at the moment. Well, it's not over yet, though. We've still got, I'd say, another 10 minutes or so of this game to go. Only 3 minutes of time of the 90, but the amount of stoppages, that who knows. Wilkes then sends it out wide. Pennant got his first touch, gives the ball away to Josh Allen. There's a chance here for Monday. He's left it. And a good tackle there by Johnson to Thanodge, trying to send Edwards away, but it cannons off Pennant, and somehow St Ives get the ball away from the 16, hooks it forward. Johnson this time makes a mistake and gives Allen a chance to put the ball over. There is Powell. He needs to react quickly. He does. He turns, hooks it away towards Edwards. He can't get there. Goes over York, and that will be a Kettering Town throw-in. Interesting to see how much time added on, and Kettering going to need all of it, I would think, to try and get anything towards a winning goal. Edwards flicks the ball on, but there's Glendon. Finds Storer. Storer again goes over York, who smiles. He is out of position. And it'll be a St Ives throw-in. The 44th minute. Gamfi with it. Powell gets a thigh to it. Then York gets the ball. It cannons off Noel Williams. Arrives at Gudger. He loses it out to Mundy. It bounces him. There's 2 going forward. Might be a chance here for Monday. Squares it. There's a chance here for the number 4, but cleared by Kettering. Only Edwards up front. It goes off his head. He's going to have to chase with Glennon. And it's going to go away for St Ives throwing down by the corner flag on the left-hand side. 2-2 here at Latimer Park into the final minute of the 90. No board gone up yet. Kettering coming back from a goal behind and then going 2-1 ahead. Pegged back to 2-2. And told to get on with the throw-in, which he's done. Goes towards Gudger. Gudger forward towards Edwards. Edwards gets the ball trying to find Noel Williams. He can't find there. Pereira, though, on the far side with a bit of pace going forward. Puts the ball out wide to Allen. Is he going to get the ball over? Allen puts the low ball in, cleared to Gudger. Gudger this time, good ball to York. York. And he loses that ball rather poorly. And that will be in. Glennon goes down again. Getting boos from the crowd. 7 minutes of time added on. Can Kettering conjure something up to win this game? Aaron Smith told to get on with it, him with the long throw. He's taking as much time as possible, as he will. He throws it, goes on to Gudger, and Johnson stops it going for a corner, does he? No. So and he's given a corner when it was in fact looked like a goal kick to me, but
well, the assistant gave it as a goal kick. I must admit, to me, naked eye, it looked like a
pressure
corner.
then for the Poppies in time added on. First minute of time added on, and on evidence of the goal they conceded for the equaliser, they need to do their jobs. Hasn't been taken yet as Gamphy goes over for the short corner, which isn't going to happen. In it comes towards that back post. It comes in. Here's a chance here. Batterville. Must be a goal. It is. 3-2. All over. Kettering concede a mad scramble. And would you believe it? It is the number 17, Monday, who rams the ball back in a melee in the 6-yard box. And St Ives smash and grab.
Blue Monday for Kettering, that was. And poor defended again, it has to be said. And don't like to criticise Dan Jazhev. He's been a very good goalkeeper for us so far, but he really should have come and helped his defence out there. We're coming for that one. And he didn't, and he absolutely had no chance because Monday stabbed the ball in from about 3 yards out. And that is a hammer blow for Kettering Town, really is.
Isn't it? It as you say, the defending was pretty poor on that occasion, as was the equaliser, and punished. And the Kettering fans heading out in their droves. And I just can't see Kettering coming back from this to snatch a draw. Hopefully I'm wrong, but it is 3-2 to St Ives. And away comes Hart. Weaves his way by 2. Still Hart going forward. Weaves his way by 3. Puts the ball through to Johnson. It's hooked away though by St Ives. And they don't win that often, St Ives, at Kettering. But this could be one of those opportunities.
Yep. This will go down as a missed opportunity as far as the Pop is concerned. They did a lot of the hard work in getting back into this game to get 2-1, but a couple of defensive lapses looks as though it's going to cost the Poppies very, very dearly.
Surprisingly, the last time that St Ives won here was in 18-19 when we won the league. They won on that occasion 3-0. That's it's headed on again. Another throw in for Kettering. We're into the 48th minute. Still 5 minutes or so to go. 4 minutes to go. Clear anywhere by the number 11. There's a chance here for Monday going forward. There's nobody else with him. He'll go into the corner, I would think. No, he threads the ball through to Allen. Allen with a chance here, puts it in, and desperate clearing and a foul off the ball on Hart. And that was desperate. If he hadn't got there, Hart would have possibly seen another goal go in. So he did well to contain that. Although the referee has had a poor game, you can't blame him for the goals that Kettering have conceded. Throw-in been taken. It goes over everyone. Johnson tries to block it, but it comes through with a chance here. But out comes Yesif, who hasn't looked himself since he got treatment. And Kettering conceding 3 goals at home, I think, for the first time this season. And heading towards only their second league defeat here.
Got a chance now, though. We've got a free kick about 25 yards out, very central. Store Orthano, you would think, is going to be fancying this one. Referee just marking out the 10-yard territory. It's going to be Storer. with his right foot. Can the Puppies salvage something from this game? We'll find out. Storer, right foot, shot. Good shot. Oh, it hit the bar! Hits the bar. There's a melee in the penalty box, and it looks like a free kick to against a Kettering player. So close though, Carl Storer. It was a very good free kick. The goalkeeper was beaten. Unfortunately, the crossbar wasn't. And
there's a difference in melees, isn't it? They're melee, they score a goal. We have a melee, and we don't score a goal. And that really, I think, probably is the well. There's still 2 minute of time added on to go, but I think we're clutching at straws now. And St Ives will come away with a 3-2 win. They could have not bothered after going 2-1, but credit to them, they've kept at it. It's been a rather spicy game as Pennant has lost the ball on the far side, regains it. That's gone for a corner. So a corner here in the final minute of time added on. Kettering have scored some late goals this season. They could do with another to salvage a draw. No doubt there will be a foul on the keeper, as there usually is at these events. Everybody bar in there's Gudger, gets a head to it, goes down, hooped away by St Ives. So need to get this throw in quickly. It has been taken quickly to Noel Williams. Noel Williams down by the corner flag, trying to get the ball over. It's a bad one and it's cleared easily. Yezif comes out to take it, sends the ball in there towards Hart, offside, and the shot was missed. And that, I think, will be it, Gary.
Yeah, Hart offside when the ball came in long term. And referee looks at his watch again. Can only be a matter of seconds to go. Looks at his watch again. And I think that when this ball goes forward from Wilkes, that may be it. As far as the Puppies are concerned today. Ball does go forward. It's still in play. Johnson with a head to it, but only finds Mundy. Mundy plays it outside to Piera. Good interception by Ben Hart, and there is the final whistle. And started off as a bad half for the Puppies. They got themselves in front, and a couple of defensive lapses has cost them dear here this afternoon at Latimer Park. So the opportunity to go top of the league this afternoon has been spurned. So good afternoon for Bedford as far as they're concerned, but Puppies really only got themselves to blame, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty of twists and turns in the run-in yet. But it's a disappointing result here this afternoon, no doubt about that. And Puppies will move on to Lowestoft next Saturday. It's 3-2 reverse here then this afternoon. And we'll say goodbye, and we'll be broadcasting it again at Lowestoft for you.